Good morning. Another beautiful day in God's kingdom. Today, we're going to go ahead and continue with what we've been looking at in the world of employment. And so, we're looking at Matthew chapter 13, and let's read what it says from verse 24. Here's another story Jesus told. The kingdom of heaven is like a farmer who planted good seed in his field. But that night, as the workers slept, his enemy came and planted weeds among the wheat, then slipped away. When the crop began to grow and produce grain, the weeds also grew. The farmer's workers went to him and said, Sir, the field where you planted that good seed is full of weeds. Where did they come from? An enemy has done this, the farmer exclaimed. Should we pull out the weeds? They asked. No, he replied. You will uproot the wheat if you do. Let both grow together until the harvest. Then I will tell the harvesters to sort out the weeds, tie them into bundles and burn them, and to put the wheat in the barn. So what is it that we see here? The work ethic of these workers. First of all, they cared about the business. Of course, they did. They cared about the business just like you and I should, as employers or as employees of labor, as managers. Wherever it is, our business as business owners, whatever it is, we should care about the business. Our source of income. We should care about it. And so, what is it that they did in their caring? They were observant. They were diligent. They saw that there was a problem. Immediately, they recognized it. And the next thing that they were able to do was to go to the worker to the owner of the business and to say, hey, this is a problem that we have seen. But what is it that we also see there? They didn't just come to him with a problem. They came to him with a solution as well. They said, should we pull out the weeds, from the midst of the wheat? Should we pull the weeds out? So every time we as workers, as employers, we notice the problem, we recognize an issue, we should be thinking about the solution straight away. What is that solution that we can bring? What is that solution that is needed to deal with that problem? So they go to him with that solution. And then we look at it again on the part of the owner of the business. Just like you might be a business owner, he didn't blame the workers and say, well, why were you asleep? How come you were, this happened? He didn't pass the blame to them. Immediately he recognized that it was an outside force. It was an enemy, he said, that had done this. And then he works together with his workers and gives them his own perspective and tells them what it is that he wants them to do. So if again, we see with workers as well that though they had the solution to the problem, they didn't take matters into their own hands and begin to do stuff, unless of course you have the authority to do that. In a business, they didn't take matters into their hands. They went with the solutions, but they waited until they were given instruction and told what to do. And as we see this interaction between the owner of the business, as in the farmer, and his workers, we learn so many things about even our own attitude, or what our own attitude should be to work. And I pray that as you study even more, the Lord will give you wisdom and understanding even concerning your own state of employment at this point in time. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.